You know what was weird last night? So I have this Google TV in my bedroom, which I never. Not Google. What is it?
That's what you watched Golden Girls and the Addams Family on.
Car 54 was on last night. But anyway, what was shocking to me was, so I go on there and I'm looking just like, I'm a novice at the whole.
I don't even know. Is that an app? Is that a streaming app?
Yeah, streaming app.
So you're starting to stream.
Yeah, I'm starting to stream you. Okay, so I was like, okay, so I put it on. I started looking around, and guess what they recommended for me on YouTube?
Mary Poppins?
No. It was recommended. The second thing recommended for me was The Odd Couple, where I could watch us do the radio show.
Really?
Yes. I'm not kidding you, Chris.
So they recommending stuff like YouTube channels?
Yeah, like it says.
Wow.
It said we recommend, I didn't look for it.
Well, they have your name. I don't know. I wonder if that's
but it wasn't
them knowing. Did they know you were?
No, but the thing is, the thing that I don't think is it was other stuff recommended. It wasn't just sports. It wasn't just, you know what I mean? The first thing was like a movie. The second thing was The Odd Couple. The third thing was a TV show.
What were the other movies?
I don't remember.
I'm thinking of this episode that you may have seen of The King of Queens, where what was the guy's name? He was one of the Kevin James' friends.
The black guy, the main friend,
one of the little white guys. I can't remember his name, but his TV recommended a lot of stuff to him that let's just say questioned his sexuality.
Oh, okay.
He recommended a lot of stuff.
That's
to him
funny.
So yeah.
Yeah, no, it wasn't anything that sexy like last night. But it was, Chris, it was weird to be recommended our show and then for me to watch a little of it.
That is. How did it look? Did it look good?
Yeah, Elijah
TV?
does a great job.
Yeah,
I'm
good,
sure it looks really good at the graphics, everything. It's like watching a TV show. And no wonder people are annoyed that I'm always doing stuff because
so maybe you'll actually look at me and look into the camera today.
I know people are always saying that, and Chris,
it's ridiculous, right?
You know why though?
You're always on your phone.
It's a radio show, so I'm listening to you. I really don't look at it like that. I'm listening,
right?
So to me, like looking at you while you talk, I don't need to look at you.
Well, yeah, I mean, but
I'm listening to you.
Right, well, now you know. Now you know. It is, by the way, a Trash Talking Tuesday, Rob. So who you trashing?
I'm trashing the people who go off the deep end for the Lakers every time they win a game.
Oh, well, that's a nice segue.
Yes. Every time they win a game that people and think, oh, my God, look, they're going to the finals because they beat OKC. Okay.
All right. Well, we'll get into that. All right, Rob, you referenced it. Let's get down to it. The Lakers last night beat down the Oklahoma City Thunder, who are they the top seeded or are they second?
No, they're top
seed. It keeps flipping because
they were top close. Seed going
they're
into that game.
They're number 2 right now. Yeah, they're a half game behind Minnesota for the 1 seed.
Right, but I think
top
going
2
in
seed,
last night. Yeah.
Maybe number 1 going into last night. Lakers beat them up 116-104, and it wasn't even that close. Anthony Davis didn't even play the fourth quarter. That's how much of a blowout it was. And we have some sound from AD. Here he is. Talking about the Lakers playing well and what the playoffs could look like for them.
Just about, getting in behind the 8 ball a little bit, but we're right there, So, in the event we don't get top 6, you got to go through the whole play-in kind of process again. We don't really care what, seed we in. We proven that last year. It doesn't matter. I think this goes like with anyone. You just try to get in, and then playoffs is a different animal. So.
Okay, Rob. So the Lakers now are the 9th seed, a half game ahead of Golden State at 10. And AD says it don't matter. As long as we get in, we coming for you, and we confident. What are your thoughts?
Of course. I mean, you're going to say that. I understand. that would be a natural reaction coming off a win, especially since they couldn't beat Denver.
They own Oklahoma City.
Right. They've always been able to beat them.
3-1 against Oklahoma City this year.
Right. But I think it's a convenient way of saying that, or pay no attention to that man behind the curtain. Forget that we're healthy and we're the 9th seed, and everyone else has written off the Warriors, who are half a game worse than we are. They've written off the Warriors, but the Lakers are going to the Western Conference Finals because they beat OKC. That's the issue I have. The issue I have is that they shouldn't be the 9th seed, that they should be a better team than they are, and I'm not going to buy into it that just because they don't, it doesn't matter when they come in, if it's the play-in, if they make the top 6 or whatever. I just question why, from a half a game difference between the Lakers and the Warriors, people have the Warriors are out of it and going nowhere. And the Lakers, but I'm gonna say, Chris,
the Lakers are 3 games out of 5th, so it's jammed up in the Western
I get it, but there are people in your way, and you're still most of the season they've been there, right? Is what I'm saying. They haven't been 5th and fallen down to 9th. They've been almost out of the top 6 all year, and I get it, not by a million games, but that's how it is. It's jammed up. My only point is, AD and LeBron have been healthy this year. They're playing, Chris. It ain't like, oh my God, they're missing all this time. They're playing, and yet they still aren't where I think they should be with the talent of those two alone. That's what makes me concerned about the Lakers going forward, is I don't understand. And there's no magical switch to turn on come April. And maybe they had everything worked out a year ago, Chris, with the seeding and the teams that they played to get to the Western Conference Finals. And then, of course, they got swept. I just think it's a tougher road. And I don't believe, even after last night, I'm not buying in that it doesn't matter that they're going through the play-in or that it doesn't matter what seeding you're in, and they're just so good that they're going to go to the Western Conference Finals and have a chance to go to the finals. I just don't see this team as that.
There's one team in the West that's definitively better than the Lakers. Denver. That's it. I would pick them over Oklahoma City in a series. I might pick them over Minnesota, which is right now the top seed. Like, I'm not saying the Lakers are definitely better than all the other quote-unquote contenders in the West, but there's only one team I definitely say they just better than the Lakers, and that's Denver. And here's the thing, right? The reason they own Oklahoma City is because Oklahoma City's young. Oklahoma City has a wonderful future as long as these guys stay healthy and they stay in with the Thunder. SGA, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, is awesome. Chet Holmgren is going to be a star, if not a superstar. Josh Giddey and Jalen Williams, like, they got some guys. Lou Dort. They got some good role players that are surrounded around their stars. But they're not ready yet. With LeBron James and Anthony Davis and even their supporting cast are veterans, they'll beat OKC. And I'm not guaranteeing they'll beat everybody else, but I'm just saying New Orleans, same thing as OKC, young, very inexperienced. Minnesota's not that young. Gobert, obviously a veteran. Anthony Edwards, but Karl Anthony Towns, a veteran. Anthony Edwards, though, is their best player. He's their lifeblood. He's the one that makes them tick, and he's a youngin'. He's so young that yesterday he forgot he wasn't even there for tip-off. He lost track of time, so he had to come in 35 seconds into the game. All right? So then you got Phoenix. Okay, pretty good, but you can't tell me the Lakers can't play with them. Phoenix might beat them, but the Lakers can play with them. Sacramento, kind of young too. Dallas, very beatable. Golden State, obviously beatable. The Clippers, for most of the year, or at least since they got James Harden and cooking, I've liked the Clippers better than the Lakers. Still might give them a slight edge, but they're starting to struggle, and I don't like it. They've lost 6 of their last 11. I get it that you go through slumps during the season. Hopefully that's all this is, Rob. but they're 3-4 since the break. Obviously, they need Russell Westbrook back. He just had, broken hand surgery. He's supposed to be back for the playoffs. They need his energy. And, the Lakers have played well against them recently. I think LeBron takes it personally because the Clippers were owning them for a while. So my point is just this. The Lakers can't beat Denver. I'm not saying they would beat the other contenders in the West, but they could. I don't look at anybody else in the West like, oh, man, Lakers got no chance against them. Denver's the only team. And if somebody knocks off Denver and the Lakers don't have to play them, they got a shot.
After they've been in the playing game twice, right? They beat the Warriors one game. Then they got knocked out by the Suns in the first round. Remember that? That's when AD went out there, tried to get out there. And then the next time they beat the Timberwolves in the one-game playoff, and then they wound up going to the Western Conference Finals. I can't remember. Who were the two teams they beat? Both of them were.
Last year, they beat Golden State
lined
and
up
Memphis.
For them.
Memphis was number 2.
Memphis was banged up.
Second seed.
Right. Memphis was banged up in that series. I think a couple guys got hurt. So that
they had Ja.
But Ja was hurt. Ja was hurt in that series. Who else was hurt, Rob G?
But Memphis, that's Memphis is similar, I think,
Clark
to
and
if
Adams
they meet one of these young teams.
Too.
Yeah, but they were out all year. Adams was out basically all
but I'm
year.
just saying, but they didn't have their full, and Ja got hurt in the series. But anyway, my point is, I just think it's a typical overreaction every time they win a game. Like nobody would make that.
For me, it's not an overreaction.
Yeah, I'm just talking about
I've been saying this all year that there's one team there. Like who do you think is definitively better? I think you'll say Denver and the Clippers. Who else?
Yeah, those are the two teams.
That's it.
And I would take Phoenix over them if they have their squad.
Okay, but would you give them? But you think that'd be a good series? Like it's not like
no, I'm not saying they're gonna get run out the building, but I would take those three.
Because Phoenix ain't looking that good.
I'll take those three teams over the Lakers.
All right.